What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Relationships Nowadays. Today, we're going to be talking about not taking advantage of your partner or not taking your partner for granted. So, like always, give a disclaimer. I am just a random dude on the internet. All my opinions are mine. I am not a licensed therapist or relationship guru. All my opinions are based off of things I've either seen, been through myself, or experienced, whether it be online and real life. So like I said, today's topic is not taking your partner for granted or not taking advantage of your partner. Because what's wrong with relationships is people be taking each other for granted, especially when you're in a good relationship. Because it's easy to take your partner for granted when you're in a good relationship. Based on what I've seen, it's easy to take your partner for granted. So stop taking your partner for granted. Because some of y'all be thinking it's easy out here, or like, oh, well, I can just do whatever because, I can always get somebody else or whatever. But let me tell you something. It ain't sweet out here in these dating streets and these single streets and these not in relationship streets, okay? It ain't sweet out here. So, especially if you got a good relationship and you got a good partner, stop taking advantage of your partner. Appreciate your partner, because a lot of y'all don't appreciate the good partner that y'all got. Because I'm telling you, it ain't everybody selfish out here. It ain't great out here. But one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is because of what I've seen in real life and online, especially when the women complaining. So I'm about to go ham on the men today. Men, stop taking advantage of your wife or your girlfriend. A lot of them be complaining that y'all don't be basically respecting them and taking advantage of them. You know how? Because anytime I be seeing wives where they be like, oh, can you don't give me flowers anymore. You don't you don't spend time with me. You don't do this. You don't do that. Men want to sit here and be like, oh, well, if somebody were to break into the house, I would be the first defense, and I work and shut up, bro. Shut up. Don't nobody want to hear that. When somebody in your partner is expressing her needs, do what she asked you to do. Because guess what? If it was the opposite way around, you were like, hey, I want to have sex, or, I want you to do this thing for me. You wouldn't want to hear her be like, oh, well, I cook in the relationship and I do this and I do that. You ain't trying to hear none of that. So when she tells you, hey, can you buy me some flowers, or you don't buy me flowers, buy your wife or your girl some flowers. Spend time with your girl or your wife. It's not that hard. Like, if you working that much and you making money and you don't got enough money to buy your wife or girlfriend some flowers, you need to reprioritize. If you working so much where you don't have time to spend some time with your wife or girlfriend, you need to reprioritize, because you should be able to do that. If your partner's asking you to help them out. And I be seeing it from stay-at-home wives where they be like, man, my husband doesn't help me with the kids. Or, I ask him, oh, can you cook me a meal? Can you help me with the kids? And he doesn't do it. I'm just like, bro, what is wrong with you? Using the excuse, oh, I work and I take care. Don't nobody want to hear that, bro. Help your wife out. And especially you Christian guys. Because I know, let me throw some Bible at you Christian guys. Y'all like to use the Bible verse, wives, submit to your husbands, because, that's what the Bible says. You got to submit to your husbands. That's Ephesians 22. Y'all love to quote Ephesians 22. But y'all don't like to talk about Ephesians 25, where it says, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. I don't think you're loving your wife when she asks you, can you help me with the kids, and you don't help her with the kids. I don't think that's very loving. If she asks you, hey, can you cook me a meal every once in a while, and you ain't doing it, I don't think that's showing love like Christ loved the church. When she asks, can she get some flowers? Can you spend some time with her? I'm too busy. We don't got the money. That doesn't seem very loving to me. Like I said, y'all love to quote, the wives submit to your husbands, but y'all like to skip past that other part. Like I said, spend time with your wives. Do things for your wife. If she's telling you, hey, this is how I want to be loved, and she's expressing her needs, just do it. It's really not a hard concept. Stop taking advantage of your wife. Help out with the household chores. Because a lot of y'all, especially with stay-at-home wives and a lot of husbands, they want to be like, oh, well, I don't have to help out because I work. Help out with the household chores. You know what? Let me give you some research. It's in your benefit to help out with household chores. An article in Medical News Today says, compared with men reported in making an unfair contribution to the household chores, those who perceived a fair contribution to household chores engaged in more frequent sex with their partner, and both parties reported their sex being more satisfying. So it's more beneficial for you as a man to help out with your wife. You want to have more sex with your wife? Help out with the chores. And that's the thing. That's just one study. If you Google men that do benefits of men that do chores, I guarantee you'll find a bunch of studies. They talk about having more sex, being in a better relationship. So it's more beneficial for you to just help out with your wife doing the chores, bro. Stop making excuses and help out your wife doing the chores. Okay? All right. Now, women, because I ain't forget y'all. Don't think I forgot y'all, women. Y'all be taking advantage of your partner too, your husband, your boyfriend. Y'all be taking advantage too. You might be like, oh, well, how do women take advantage of their husband? First of all, you don't thank your partner for doing stuff. So if your husband or boyfriend's out here working for you, providing for you, and you don't show appreciation for that, if he asks you, hey, can, I come home to a cooked meal or whatever, and you be like, nah, I can't do it because I'm too busy, I'm too whatever. Like I said, especially if you don't work outside the house, you really don't have no excuse. Even if you got kids, like, yeah, I understand you got kids, but especially if you don't got kids, like, there's nothing. If your husband asks for some food, just get him some food, bro. and I know y'all do this a lot. The wives, they don't be want, oh, I'm too tired to have sex. Well, I'm too tired. I can't be having sex with you. I'm too tired. I got a headache. I got this. Well, since some of y'all like talk about wives, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. Let me give you a Bible verse for y'all. Bible verse called 2 Corinthians 7:4-5. It says, the wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband in the same way the husband does not have authority over his body and yields it to his wife. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent for a time, that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, so Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. When it says do not deprive each other, it's talking about sex. The Bible says you don't got no authority over your own body. Y'all both not one. So every time you're like, oh, I'm tired, I can't do, I'm tired, you depriving your husband. Also, based on what verse 5 says is you letting Satan come and tempt your marriage. Now, I'm not saying cheating is okay. Why, personally, would you ever want to bring that into your marriage, especially if you're a Christian? That don't make no sense. So that's one way you take advantage of your husband. Like I said, not having the house clean for him, especially if you don't work. Not having food ready for him, especially if you don't work. Even if you do work, like not pulling your weight, like I said, not appreciating your man. If he asks, oh, babe, can you do this for me? Because some dudes' love language is active service, and you're like, I can't do it. Or if you say you're going to do something, and then you don't do it, whether it be sex or whatever it is, you say, oh, I'm going to do that, babe, and then you don't do it. Yeah, that's taking advantage of your partner. There's a study by Bustle.com says another way to take advantage of your partner is when you don't take care of your appearance. And I've heard husbands and boyfriends say that it's like, oh, before I got her, she used to dress up. She used to do this. But then once I got her, she don't dress up no more. She don't want to have sex with me no more. She don't want to do. That's taking advantage of your partner. And that ain't even me. That's what the study says. You don't care about your appearance as much. You don't dress up as much. You don't be looking nice for him as much. Yeah, that's taking advantage of your partner. Guess what's also taking advantage of your partner? Whenever he's trying to express his feelings and you get mad or upset and don't want him to talk about things, yeah, that's taking advantage of your partner. Sorry. And guess what, women? Another thing. When y'all be selfish, when it's always about you, me, what about what me and my needs, and you're always putting your needs above your boyfriend or your husband's needs, yeah, that's taking advantage of your partner. So stop doing that. Okay? Stop doing that. Now I told you what taking advantage of your partner is. How do you appreciate your partner? Well, that's easy. Whatever they ask you to do, you just do. Husbands, if your wife asks you to buy her flowers, buy her flowers. If she asks you to spend some time with her, spend some time with her. Make a priority to spend some time with her. Help her out with cooking. If she cooks a meal and she wants a meal cooked once a month, help her out. If she cooks, wash the dishes. Do stuff for her. Help out with the chores. Do the chores without being told. Help out with the kids. Just be a partner. Women, give your husband sex when he wants sex, bro. And if you can't give him sex because you're too tired or whatever, make it up to him in some way. Don't be out here making him wait for months, weeks, months, years. Nah. Give him sex, bro. Because I mean, especially if you're a Christian woman. I read your verse. You don't really have no excuse. Like, you know, if he wants you to do something for him, do something for him. You know, send him a flirty text. Dress up for him. You initiate sex sometimes. Be nice. Be understanding. When he's telling you about an issue, don't be having an attitude, you know. Understand where he's coming from and try to fix your behavior. Be accountable for what you do and say. If he says, hey, I don't like when you do that, apologize. Be accountable. Like, just do better out here, guys. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all think, oh, well, you have this attitude, I can just get somebody else anytime I want. All right, bro. Go ahead and try that. You're going to be single for a while, because I'm telling you, a lot of people out here are selfish and they mean. The single streets, it ain't it. So that's really all I gotta say, bro. Like, stop taking advantage of your partner. Do better out here. And be nice and help your partner out. That's really all I gotta say. Basically, if you have any examples, you know, how you would be not taking advantage of your partner, leave them in the comments below. I don't really know if I'm making another part to this series. This is really all I had to say. All right, peace out.